The Copyright Act of 1790, enacted by the U.S. Congress, was created to give rights to authors to copy, print, and sell their work. The law guaranteed authors, quote, the sole right and liberty of printing, reprinting, publishing, and vending their work for a term of 14 years. Today, copyright protects original works of authorship as soon as the work is fixed, intangible form of expression. Copyright protects things such as paintings, illustrations, photographs, musical compositions, sound recordings, computer programs, books, poems, and
Copyright ensures that creators can earn revenue and provides an incentive for artists alike to create. Copyright, however, does not cause creativity, nor does it guarantee wealth. The market determines how much revenue a creator will make based on the popularity of a cultural good. Copyright is important as it protects wealth once it has been generated. As society has modernized, copyright enforcement has moved from protecting verbatim copies to protecting monopoly holder rights, which can prosecute any unauthorized usage.
Dancers have struggled to protect their original choreography, as it is the fixed expression that is protected, not the idea behind it. The 1976 Copyright Act added choreography and pantomime to the list of subject matter that could be copyright. Prior to this addition of choreography to the 1976 Copyright Act, works of dance could only be copyright if they fell within the definition of dramatic work. Since the 1976 Act, contemporary and modern dance is more likely to be afforded copyright protection, as there's no clear narrative arc required, as long as the choreography conveys an emotional concept to the audience. This means that social dances, individual movements, simple routines, ordinary motor movements, and routines not performed by humans is not protected by the Copyright Act.
Everybody knows the dance and the guy who created it. As you said, Alfonso Ribeiro first did the Carlton, named for his character on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air back in 1991. That is a long time before Fortnite was even invented. So when a character on the video game busted out his moves without permission, Ribeiro was ready for a fight.
It's not unusual to be
The Carlton dance, now at the center of an unusual legal battle. The iconic 90s sitcom dance to the Tom Jones tune, It's Not Unusual, created by Alfonso Ribeiro on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everybody knows it, and apparently it made an impression on the creators of the popular game Fortnite as well. For around $8, players can bust a move just like Carlton. Fortnite calls it the fresh emote, but Ribeiro is calling it downright illegal, and he's taking action. In a new lawsuit against the game's maker, Epic Games, Ribeiro claims the company has made a fortune from unlawfully and unfairly misappropriating his creative expression, likeness, and endorsement without crediting or compensating him, adding he plans to recover the revenue right.
An early instance of work being copied was cited in Beyoncé's new music video for her song Countdown, where she copies D. Kerr's Maker's Dance Rosas Dance Rosas and Asherland. Whether it was copying or drawing inspiration, Keersmaker says she was not asked permission by Beyoncé or her team when the video was created. In the end, Keersmaker's choreography inspired the final result of Beyoncé's music video and brings up the importance of crediting an artist when the work is directly copied and not only used as a source of inspiration.
Jaquel Knight, Beyoncé's current choreographer, is now the first choreographer to copyright his dance moves. Knight has launched Knight Choreography and Music Publishing, Inc. His new company will attempt to take legal and creative control over his work. The company will function like a music publisher, where it will broker licensing deals that will protect IP rather than copyright music, and will oversee the rights to Knight's choreography. This new model, created by Knight for protecting the intellectual property of dancers, means soon that users will need to ask permission or make disclaimers in some way when uploading your performance of another person's dance.
In 2018, Kelsey Balari performed Miss Me More at the Country Music Awards. The dance community caught on to the choreographic similarities Balari's performance had to Ohad Nahari's performance of -16 from 2011. Dance Magazine reporter calls out Balari and her choreographers for stealing Nahari's choreography. Taking a look at the similarities, we can see that both dances begin with the dancers standing in a semicircle. They all start to slowly sit down. Balari's performance replicates Nahari's motif, where all the dancers then explode out of their chairs and the last person falls to the ground. The sequence of movements follows the same patterns as Nahari's changing levels all at the same time. Both pieces of choreography eventually diverge into the center of the stage, and in -16, the dancers start throwing their clothes into the center, and in Bilari's performance, the dancers instead bring their chairs into the center.
Issues of giving credit to choreography arose on social media when TikTok sensation Addison Rae received backlash for performing a series of dances choreographed by Black creators on The Tonight Show without giving credit to the creators for the moves. TikTok posts are not timestamped or sorted based on time and instead based on popularity. Therefore, a creator who has a bigger following will likely receive more attention and recognition for performing a dance than a smaller creator. With this in mind, it becomes increasingly important to credit artists for their work.
Although many of these case studies reflect direct use of another's intellectual property, the copyright laws in regards to choreography are so unclear and murky that it is typically left to the decision of the U.S. Copyright Office. Many of these celebrities and large companies that steal the dancing from another source without giving credit outshine the original creator in popularity, and thus they get no profits or support for their work. In the case of Fortnite, all 5 lawsuit cases were dropped because the terms of choreography do not protect moves and only routines. But the line to separate the two is extremely unclear. As you see in the case studies, the dances were clearly directly copied from the original creator without any claim of inspiration or reference to them. In the case of Kelsey Ballerini and the stealing of choreography from Ohad Naharin's Ehad Mi Odea, although there were no profits made or lawsuits against the case, one, we can consider the social and political implications of the work in its original form. What does it say about an artist to take a piece that was originally a powerful work of social protesting to then use it as a backdrop to highlight themselves? It is important that the public start recognizing instances like these and call out the artists directly for mistakes they make.